Hi everybody, it's Fiona Kane here from Informed Health. Some of you know me, some of you don't, but it's Fiona here from Informed Health. I'm a nutritionist and mind-body eating coach and holistic counsellor. And I've got some advice today, some health advice, and something that's really important to understand. When you do start out to look after your health, when you have a health challenge, or when you just want to get better or be healthier or be fitter or whatever your goal is, it is really, really important to start from where you are. And I know that might sound really silly and it's like, well, aren't I already doing that? But I see it all the time that we often want to deny where we are, or we won't admit where we are, we won't acknowledge where we are, we get really frustrated with ourselves and we want to start from some other point, or we're frustrated that we want to be there but we're here. And the problem with that is you can't fix what you don't acknowledge. And to work on your health, you actually have to be really present in your body to know what you need and to know where to go. And so to be present in your body, you've just got to be super aware of where you are. Like that is being present allows you to feel into where you are and what you need. And, I'll give you an example, just my own personal example, but I see this a lot with clients. Um, Actually, I see a lot with clients that they're kind of in denial about whatever health condition they have or whatever's going on for them. And somehow you feel like if you ignore it, if you pretend it's not there, then it won't be there and you won't be having this challenge. But the truth is, if you're having a challenge, you're having a challenge. And if whatever's going on for you is what's going on for you. We do like to deny it, though. We do like to pretend it's not happening. And somehow, if we pretend it's not happening, everything will be fine. But the truth is, to overcome any health challenge or to improve your situation, and this just doesn't just go for health, this goes for a lot of things, but to improve your situation, your accountant will say the same thing, your financial planner. You need to know where you're at now so that you can actually make the steps you need to make to move forward to get to where you want to go. And essentially, that means really having real radical honesty about where you are right now. And to, like I said, to look after your health, you have to be really present. And that is actually being present with what actually is now, the truth of what is now. And I'll give you an example that, my health has been up and down throughout my life. I've had some really severe health issues, and I've had years where I felt better and years where I felt worse. And earlier this year was a bit of a shocker for me. And I had, a number of things that affected me physically and emotionally. And one of those things was a bad dose of COVID that really affected my lungs very badly. And for me, it was very badly anyway. It was my idea of very bad. I couldn't lift my hands over my shoulders basically and breathe at the same time. And all my normal walking, I couldn't walk up the hill. I couldn't do all the usual things I would do. And I've worked really, really hard this year to get my fitness back and to get my cardio fitness back and starting to work on building muscle and that sort of thing. And it's really slow. And I go to the gym and I'm very different to everybody else. So there's lots of very fit people where I work out. And that's okay. It's fine. And then, got the big weights and I've got the 2 kilos or the 4 kilos. That's fine. That's right for me right now. My only race is against me. Like it's just to do a better version, to be healthier than I was yesterday. That's it, right? So to do it though, I had to just be really honest. This is where I'm at. I've got all these things going on. I've got these limitations. I've got injuries, whatever it is. So what does that mean? And then the next question, once you kind of really acknowledge where you're at, the next question is, okay, so what can I do? Because we often only focus on what we can't. Well, I can't exercise. I can't walk because I've got bad knees, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. All right, there's a whole lot of things maybe that you really can't do. So what can you do? And if you acknowledge where you're at, you can start there and figure out, well, what does that mean? Does it mean that I can go and, I was pool walking a lot when I first started trying to get my health back, because getting in a pool and walking was a lot easier than walking outside of a pool, right? So it's whatever it is for you. So I will just encourage you to remember to just start where you're at, be okay with that. And it involves being really present with your body and really present with what your needs are. And if you do that, you can make the changes you need to make. But if you stay in denial about where you're at and pretend it's not so, then you'll spend so much energy kind of fighting the truth that you won't be able to actually manage your health. And I'm not saying acknowledge or accept where you're at as a way of saying that you can't change that or you can't fix that. What I'm saying though is you can't fix what you don't acknowledge. You can't fix it if you don't know it's there. So you do have to be very honest about where you're at. And when you're very honest about where you're at, then you can move forward. And I just wanted to let you know as well that at Informed Health, we help gyms with challenges, gyms and personal trainers with challenges. And the Y New South Wales has one starting on Monday, and it's all over New South Wales. I think it's about 12 of their branches are participating. You don't have to be a member of the Y. Anyway, to join, you can join anyway. And I have put the link up in the description, and I'll also put it below in the comments if you would like to join. That program actually includes Beck and I in the group for 6 weeks to support you with your nutrition, including our eating plans and great recipes and things like that. So you'll have sort of 6 weeks of our support within the Y 6-week challenge group that starts on Monday, and it's very well priced as well. The Y being a not-for-profit group. So please go to the link and check it out. It begins on Monday, and the group, there's already quite a few people in the group, and we're really excited about it. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be a great challenge. And if you don't want to do that, but you need our help, you can book in a consultation with myself or Rebecca. Essentially, that's one of the things I work on with my clients is let's see where you're at. We've got to figure out where you're at before we can move forward. And sometimes that means some radical acceptance about where you're at now so that you can move forward. And I know that it's hard, and I know sometimes we don't want to accept where we are. But like I said, you can't change it unless you acknowledge it. So anyway, I hope that was useful, and I would also love to see you if you want to join our, if any people in New South Wales, if you want to join the Y, if you want to join their challenge, and the link is in the notes. And like I said, I'll pop it below as well. The 6-week challenge, it begins on Monday, and you'll have 6 weeks of support from Beck and I, and great eating plans and recipes and all of that stuff. So I will see you in the Y Challenge starting next week. Otherwise, you can book a chat with us. You can book a free 20-minute chat just online to chat with us about your needs and whether or not we're the right fit for you. You can do that on our website, informedhealth.com.au. I will also pop the link below. Okay, have a great day. Bye.